One refrigerator costs $800 and runs for 20 years. The one next to it costs $2,400 and dies in 3. Same store, same aisle. And in a lot of cases, the cheaper one outlasts the expensive one by a decade. That's not an opinion. That's Consumer Reports testing over 71,000 refrigerators. And it gets worse from there. Here's what appliance repair technicians know that you don't. The refrigerator aisle at your local Home Depot or Lowe's is not organized by quality. It's organized by margin. And 3 out of every 10 fridges sold with an ice maker will have a serious failure before year 5. The brands spending the most on marketing are often the exact same ones technicians refuse to service. By the end of this video, you'll know which brands to walk past, which 5 refrigerators the people who fix them actually put in their own kitchens, and a maintenance trick that costs nothing and adds years to your compressor. Number 1, on the avoid list, LG. LG's Inverter Linear Compressor was marketed as a 20-year technology. Quieter, more efficient, built to outlast everything else on the showroom floor. The reality was a class action lawsuit covering 1.6 million units built between 2014 and 2017. The compressor fails without warning. No gradual decline, no error code you'd notice in time. You wake up, the fridge is room temperature, and hundreds of dollars in food is rotting. LG settled the lawsuit, denied any defect, and kept shipping the same compressor design. A second federal class action was filed in November 2024, alleging the failure continues in models built after the original settlement window. A third lawsuit landed in New York in late 2025, targeting the LRFS28 XBS specifically. The warranty sounds generous, 10 years on the compressor part, but labor, refrigerant, and the dryer are on you after year 1. Total out-of-pocket for a post-warranty repair runs $900 to $1,800. And on Appliance blog, working technicians report that shops in some metro areas won't even take the job because LG's labor allowance makes it not worth their time. One tech wrote that LG paid out $1,800 for the entire fridge rather than authorize a proper repair. That's the manufacturer telling you the product isn't worth fixing. Number 2, Samsung. Prudent Reviews surveyed 7 independent appliance repair companies. The question was simple: which brands should consumers avoid? 7 out of 7 said Samsung. Not 6, not 5, with caveats. All 7. The Samsung RF28 series French door is one of the most serviced refrigerators in the country. The ice maker freezes over. The auger motor sensor fails. Frost bridges the entire assembly, and the bin stops dropping ice. Owners replace the ice maker, then the water filter housing, then the control board, then the main board. 4 repairs chasing the same symptom. Then there's the back wall ice mound. Samsung's Twin Cooling Plus design has a defrost sensor that fails, ice encases the fridge side evaporator, the fan jams, and your fresh food section warms up while the freezer still works fine. You think something is slightly off. It's not slightly off. The sealed system is failing in slow motion, and if you bought a family hub model with the big touchscreen on the door, hundreds of owners on Samsung's own community forum report the screen going completely unresponsive. Samsung's documented fix: plug a USB mouse into a hidden port behind the screen. I'm not making that up. That's their solution for a $3,000 refrigerator. Here's the part that ties all of this together. 4 parent companies now control nearly the entire American refrigerator market. Whirlpool owns Maytag, KitchenAid, Amana, and Genair. A Chinese conglomerate called Haier bought GE Appliances for $5.6 billion in 2016. Electrolux owns Frigidaire. BSH owns Bosch and Thermador. The badge on the front is a marketing decision. The engineering underneath is what actually determines whether that fridge is still running in year 7 or sitting on your curb. 4 companies owning every brand isn't just a fridge problem. The same thing is happening with your mower, your chainsaw, and your generator. I broke all of it down the same way I just did here. Scan the QR code on screen or check the link in the description and pinned comment. If you've made it this far, hit subscribe. I do this kind of research every week, and the list doesn't get shorter. Now, here's what repair technicians actually buy for their own homes. I read through Appliance blog forums, Reddit's appliance repair community, Yale Appliances service data from over 33,000 calls. and prudent reviews, technician interviews. The consensus is weirdly consistent. Fewer features, fewer failures. A dial beats a touchscreen. An ice maker inside the freezer beats one in the door. And a brand every local shop stocks parts for beats the one that looks better on the showroom floor. 5 refrigerators made the cut. Number 1. A basic Whirlpool top freezer with a dial thermostat. Models like the WRT311 or the WRT318. No touchscreen, no Wi-Fi, no through-the-door dispenser. A mechanical temperature dial and an ice maker inside the freezer compartment where it belongs. Repair techs recommend Whirlpool more than any other brand, and the reason is almost boring. Everyone services them. Parts are always in stock. Nothing electronic to fail. $600 to $800 for a fridge that runs for 15 to 20 years. I'd spend my own money on this one if longevity was the only thing I cared about. The caveat is obvious. It's a top freezer, not glamorous. Your call. Number 2. The Bosch 800 series counter-depth French door, the B36 CT80 SNS. This is the engineering pick. Bosch runs dual compressors and dual evaporators, one sealed system per compartment, similar to how Sub-Zero builds theirs. Yale Appliance tracks 5-year compressor failure rates across every brand they sell. Bosch sits at 0.4%, lowest in their entire database. The trade-off is price, around $3,000, and the ice maker and electronic controls are the most common Bosch service calls. But the core cooling system, the part that actually keeps your food cold, is built to a different standard than anything else in that price range. Number 3. GE or GE Profile French door in a simple configuration. Skip the 4-door models, skip the autofill water pitcher. A standard GE profile like the PFE28K has widely available parts, a massive service network, and a platform local techs know inside and out. Caveat, and I don't say this lightly, Yale's 2025 data showed GE first-year service rates above 19% and GE Profile above 21%. That's not great. But those numbers include the overcomplicated models with every feature bolted on. The simpler French doors still perform well when you don't give them reasons to break. Number 4. Maytag. Same Whirlpool platform, different badge. 3 of 7 repair companies specifically recommended Maytag for long-term ownership. Parts are standardized across the entire Whirlpool family. If a tech can fix a Whirlpool, they can fix a Maytag blindfolded. Same factory, same assembly line, different sticker. A solid French door Maytag runs $1,200 to $1,600 and gives you Whirlpool reliability with a slightly more modern layout. Number 5. Sub-Zero. I want to be upfront about price. You're spending $6,000 minimum, often closer to $10,000. But Sub-Zero designs their refrigerators for a 20-year service life, and their own service division reports that over 40% of the units they work on are already 15 years old. Major components are individually replaceable, so you rebuild the fridge over 30 years instead of replacing it every decade. If you can swing the upfront cost, the per-year math works out. If you can't, the Whirlpool top freezer at $700 does the same job for a fraction of the price and lasts almost as long. One more thing before you go. The single highest impact maintenance move you can make costs nothing. Pull your refrigerator away from the wall. Look at the condenser coils on the back or underneath the unit. If they're caked in dust, pet hair, and kitchen grease, your compressor is working twice as hard as it needs to. Clean them every 6 months with a $15 coil brush from any hardware store. That one habit extends compressor life by years. The forums all say the same thing. The fridge that dies at year 3 and the one that runs for 15 often had the same parts inside. One owner cleaned the coils, the other didn't. You now know something the person standing next to you in the appliance aisle doesn't know. Drop the brand you're never buying again in the comments. I'll be in there. YouTube thinks you'll like one of these 2 videos, so tap the one that grabs you. And if you made it to the end, hit subscribe.